Hey there, welcome to our segment here at BME called BME Stories, where we talk to team members and clients of Business Marketing Engine. On this show, we will get to know our guests on a more personal level, from experiences to lessons that help them to get to where they are at now. So, if you like the sound of that, join me. I'm your host, Wally, and let's welcome our world class web designer. Her name is Jessica Cipriano. Jessica, how are you?
Thanks for asking, Wally. I'm doing great, and I feel honored to be here.
That's nice. All right, so how are you feeling today, Jessica?
Um, I'm so nervous.
No worries at all. So this is just be a casual conversation between you, getting to know you more, and I'd like to start by asking you, when did you actually start at BME?
I began working at BME in the year 2020 in the month of February. So I've been here for over 2 years.
Wow, you're a vintage now at BME, but prior to joining BME, were you doing similar role before?
Yes, joining to BME, I work as a web and graphic designer for 5 years, and um, I had a privilege to work from home and do freelancing for 1 year until Danielle emailed me and hired me, and I began my journey here in BME.
That's
And I
nice. Such a talent, Jessica. And what were your first impression when Daniel sent you an email? Were you nervous, or what was your thought?
my first impressions of the BME was it is an exciting company to work. They have an amazing people who are passionate about being there and making contribution for the company.
All right, so that means to say that you are more of a people person. Am I right?
Right.
Okay, I don't think so, but well, I take it. No worries at all. All right, and how about when you actually joined the production at BME? Did those impression turn out to be accurate?
Yes, I am still amazed as I witness the dedication of these people to their work and these wonderful people who are work tirelessly to serve our clients and are committed to providing only the best. And it was contagious, so I'm glad to be finally be part of this kind of environment. And I am eager to align with it.
That's very good. And for sure, the first time that you step on the floor of BME, you don't know who to approach. But who was the first person who were your go-to person at the time?
It was Danielle and our developer role were my first go-to people when I started here at BME. And now that the company has grown, I can say that my usual go-to people are the project managers, developers, Alana, and the design guru, my graphics team. So kudos to these individuals. I just wanted to say thank you for always being there for me and how much I appreciate their dedication and creative thinking.
Thanks for the honesty. And you mentioned about the people whom you work with doing well. But who was? Is there anybody in BME or were at BME that you had difficulties working with?
No, everybody here are easy to work with, and I'm glad.
Okay, all right. And can you tell me about your personal experience of the culture at BME?
um, my personal experience here are the people are very easy to be with, and they are very supportive in everything that you do.
That's nice. That's great to hear. I also believe that that is accurate. I also work with people around here at BME. Whenever I reach out to them, they would easily respond to my inquiries, for example, or even a side chat would do, some chit chats over there,
Yeah.
even outside the topic of work. So they're really great. I would agree. And
Mhm.
as being a part of web design team, what is the aspect that you like most or your favorite part?
Even though all aspects of my job are interesting, my favorite aspect of being a designer is that I'm doing something I'm passionate about while I'm also making a positive impact on the world. Everyone wants to feel like they are making huge difference in their job. And as a designer, I will be able to see the fruit of my labor and have a genuine sense of fulfillment in my work. And seeing happy clients when it comes together is very satisfying. And when my design is live and out there in the world, it can be a real thrill to know that other people are seeing it, using it, and interacting with it. So, as a designer, I am proud to be part of an industry that has a long history of improving people's lives, and I really love it.
That's great. So it's not a secret to everyone that you mentioned about the fruit of your labor. So far, can you share something about the fruit of your labor and how were you able to achieve it?
With the help of BME, I am proud to say that I was able to build my dream house and help my family to achieve one of our biggest dreams.
That's nice. So I'm excited to be invited to the housewarming. I'm not sure when will that be, but yeah, I'm just a text away or a message away, Jessica. Just so you know. All right. And what's the most challenging aspect of your role here at BME?
Um, Being a designer can be tough. So every day in the design world is different. With each new brief presenting a new creative challenge. So you can just copy and paste a good design. You
Hmm.
have to create something new every day. So the most difficult aspect of my job for me is the creative block can strike at any time, and the feeling of being held back by the lack of ideas, as if you cannot simply think of anything. There may be a person who is naturally creative, but sometimes the creativity isn't just flowing. So for
Hmm.
some designers and artists, experiencing creative block is an inevitable part of process.
That's great. I've heard and learned somewhere in my studies about the Enneagram. So that's a psychology thing. It told us that graphic artists or people with inclination in art are romantic at the same time moody. Is that accurate?
I think it depends on the people.
I better ask Adonis perhaps on the romantic side. But yeah, that's something that you need to be in the mood in doing the designs, right? So yeah, but honestly, you're making great designs.
Thank you.
Everybody knows that, and you are very successful in doing that because clients get back to us with a short turnaround. Whenever a task is assigned, you're able to get back and clarify what are the things that you need to do, and also what are your blockers. So that's the easiest part on our end as well. Because me as a project manager, I'm not very much familiar on the artistic side. Even drawing a straight line is a challenge for me. How much more creating something that's out of nothing or such something from a specific concept. So you are talented indeed, right?
Thanks for that.
Okay, and anyway, if you will be given a chance to have some up training, or do you want to choose something from the task here at BME? Other than being a graphic designer, what is the next thing that interests you?
Um, I once worked as a front end designer where I am designing while doing basic programming. So I am familiar with basic HTML and CSS. I think I am interested with a developer position because I miss the feeling of being crazy with programming codes running in my head.
That's great. Gabe, if you're watching this, take note of what Jessica said, all right? That is noted, but I'm sure. So just wait for a notification from Gabe, Jessica, and he might reach out to you at any time. All right? And what project have you worked that you enjoyed the most?
Um, Aside from working as a web and graphic designer, I also work as a UI UX designer. So when I was given the opportunity to work on the AG track web and mobile applications, I was super excited because, as you know, I am a huge fan of user interface design. And the reason for this is that the user interface design helps to simplify people's life by making complex things simple, which is very fantastic. So yeah, I'm having fun and enjoy working on this project, and I love what I do as UI designer.
Gee, Jessica is smelling out her cards, her credentials, so I believe is one of the perfect fit for web development tasks as well as the web design as well. So that's a double-edged sword, but so much your talent. We're lucky to have you. And what is the most challenging project to you?
The most challenging project is also the UI UX, or the AG track web and mobile applications, because that is the very first project for the user interface designs wherein the developers and I needs to collaborate in order to create something or please the clients with their visions and turn it into the reality.
All right. And do you really love working remotely? Have you been used to this setup ever since?
Yes, it is a true blessing. Working remotely is about working outside or anywhere outside the workplace, whether that is a home or a coffee shop, and no commuting or avoiding traffic battles is my favorite part or favorite benefits of it. Plus, working remotely can help you save a lot of money because you don't need to spend money in the office cafeterias or pay toll fees and other expenses.
Definitely agree. And my next question is, how do you stay focused at work? So, for example, you get to an outing or some swimming engagements. How do you get back on track, even though those matters happen and suddenly there's this power outage or whatever? How do you get back on track?
Despite of any happenings, in order to focus on my work, I start my day with a to-do list, and as I finish a task on my list, I cross it off. So in that way, whenever I see the list get smaller, I feel more productive and motivated.
That's great. So you are, I guess, you're having a daily momentum planning, really planned out day by day. Do you agree?
Agree.
Okay. And whenever you get too busy at work, so how do you unwind while at work? Do you do that as well? Or what's your uh, what you call this a catharsis or an expression of your uh, difficulties for the day? How do you cope it?
Um, I know how it feels to be overwhelmed and disorganized by my workload. So when I have too much work, I structure my day with the intention of taking control of it, which is why I am so grateful that we have a daily momentum planning session during our team huddle. So, and in that way, I can write down my intentions, plan ahead, and only spend my time on substantial tasks or projects. I also believe that effectively managing my time is a great way to ensure that I am providing full support for my team while also doing my best to complete my workloads on time.
That's great. So perhaps I would call you more frequently to share with us your plan for the day, at least to check if you really are thankful for that part of the daily huddle. Okay.
Not a problem.
And what scares you most for this year until this year ends?
Um, for me, what scares me the most is a constant failure. I'm afraid of doing something wrong or failing to meet expectations. And in terms in my of my job here, I am afraid of making mistakes on my project because I don't want to jeopardize the BME's success and achievements simply because I make a mistake. But I don't see it as a negative because, in my opinion, feeling comfortable is a sign that you are not pushing yourself far enough outside of your comfort zone to take steps that will help you to rise and thrive. So I constantly remind myself that it's okay to fail and or make mistakes from time to time. Just simply stay focused and use it as a source of motivation in my life.
Awesome. So, but I guess failure is not part of your vocabulary. I didn't hear you mess up something, any specific project. You're great, Jessica. We know all that. Okay, but what are you most excited about for BME for this year in the months to come?
Um, I am excited about the new projects or or clients coming in and seeing how BME grows not only in the marketing industry but also in the landscaping niche. I am also looking forward to contribute more creative and amazing designs for our clients while turning their visions into a reality.
All right. I believe you are a goal-oriented person, Jessica, and I'm curious about what's your personal goal for this year? Since we're talking about more of BME, let's check what's your personal goal.
Um, my personal goal is to help BME. So, and opportunities for growth are situation in which you can advance in your career. So for me, the most important way to grow as a professional is to improve my skills, gain more knowledge, and learn from my mistakes. And I can accomplish this by seeking out new experiences and be willing to take the initiative to try new things. And it's great to remind myself that if at first I don't succeed, try and try. In that persistence give me a vital experience. And because when I am persistent, I will learn to I will learn that each failure gives me the opportunity to learn. And with each failure, I will become more resilient and I will learn how to overcome any challenges.
That's great. Well, speaking about opportunities, I'm just curious at the same time puzzled. What is it that you are still having opportunities on, and how do you plan to address it?
Um, My personal goal, my personal goal is to embrace the unknown. Why? Most of the people, even when they set specific personal development goals, they have an instinctive fear of the unknown. They are uncomfortable with uncertain outcomes and not knowing what lies ahead of that. So I believe that letting go and trusting what I cannot see will lead me to a happier and better version of myself. And most importantly, I will be at ease knowing that I am on the right path.
All right, thanks for sharing that, Jessica. And I'm being cautious in asking the favorite question that I have for BME stories. Perhaps I should skip that, but just so we know, can you tell something to our viewers? What is BME? If in case you have a friend, how do you recommend BME to them?
I would recommend BME because it has the culture where you will love it, that you will eager to learn and want to be part of it because every people here are so supportive. They will um, love to love you to succeed, and they are very willing to support you, and they are always there to help our clients to um, be succeed also.
All right. Well, great. Thanks for sharing that, Jessica, and thanks for your time for us here for gracing this session for BME Stories. And well, that's it for now for our segment at BME Stories. We hope you enjoyed this episode and had fun as we get to know our guest for today, the lead graphic designer, Jessica Cipriano. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm your host, Wall E, and see you next time. Have a good one.